Hi everybody, today is April 3rd. My name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. We were gone last week. I was in Israel, so I did a text version. So if you missed last week's recap, go to seroundtable.com and find the last recap, which is a text version. This week we have a shorter video, probably. We have a few less topics than we normally do that were critical for this week, and I thought I will just discuss it, and hopefully you'll like it. Again, this is Barry Schwartz for the Search Engine Roundtable. It's the past news that we covered over the past week at the Search Engine Roundtable, and today again is April 3rd. This week was April Fool's. It was actually 2 days ago. Today's Friday, so it was on Wednesday was April Fool's Day. I've been sick the whole week, so first I apologize for my voice and my cold. But basically, the search industry celebrated the April Fool's Day. Google had this whole thing with this little, I guess, panda bear. The panda bear was named CADIE for this whole technology and geeky type of thing. It was pretty cute. Basically, this robotic panda went ahead and created all these different types of things automatically, automated in automated fashion, and it took on a life of its own. So first, it started to build its own blog on Blogspot, Google Blogger platform. Went ahead and started Twittering. It went ahead and built. Let me go through some of the things that this little panda, I guess it's a panda, did. So it went ahead and made a 3D version of Chrome, their new browser. It went ahead and made a system for Gmail that put Gmail on autopilot. It made Google mobile search use brainwaves to communicate to. It went ahead and turned YouTube videos upside down. It helped with Google Australia's Gball. It went ahead and placed its own favorite, the panda had its own favorite places on Google Maps. Google Knoll was taken over there. I guess Wikipedia type of thing was taken over by Katie. It also had several improvements made to Google Docs. It just keeps going on and on. Something Google China happened to Google Japan. They added Picasa Auto Red Eye addition, not reduction. They added Red Eye to the photos and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool to see all this stuff. Outside of Google's hoax, a lot of other searches had hoax. Yahoo launched something called ideological search, which basically is a mock of the whole political scheme. Live.com launched their homepage, and they put look deer horns on an actual bunny. And they also went ahead and wrote a blog post on how they rebranded, and their new name is MSN Windows Live Search on Kubo at Microsoft.com. Clearly mocking their branding issues. Reddit, the popular social networking, social bookmarking site, went ahead and rebranded the whole entire site to look like Dig, which is pretty funny. Create a Site Forum went ahead and put up a new logo and said their new name is Create a Banana. We at the Search Engine Roundtable had a pretty funny thing. If you went to the Search Engine Roundtable on April Fool's, if you were on a Mac, it showed you the very scary kernel panic using a CSS overlay, which turned the whole computer into this crazy kernel panic, which scared a lot of people. In addition, if you were on a PC, it actually showed you the blue screen of death. It did freak out a lot of people, but at the bottom he wrote April Fool's. So every time I went to the Search Engine Roundtable, I got freaked out, but even though I knew it. So it's just something you don't want to see. That was pretty cool. Yandex, Quintura, and Google Russia put up some different pranks as well. And Search Engine Land had a post about some really weird new match types that Google AdWords came out with, and that was obviously a prank as well. You can see last year's pranks also at the blog post. I also have a long blog post at Search Engine Land about this. And if you want to see all of Google's hoaxes over the course of several years, there's a nice Wikipedia entry I linked to from Search Engine Land. So I have a link to Search Engine Land at Search Engine Roundtable. Just go to April 1st at seroundtable.com, and you'll be able to see all these fun little hoaxes and April Fool's pranks. Speaking of April Fools, on April Fools there was a Google PageRank update. We posted about it on April 2nd just so that people wouldn't think it's a joke. Yeah, Google PageRank is not the end-all be-all. People obviously should not care so much about it. We did link to several webmaster threads, one at Google Webmaster Help, Webmaster World, Digital Point Forums had probably 20 different threads, and High Rankings Forum had a thread as well. but we did link specifically over to a comment by Googler John Moo, who said, "I'm pretty sure we'll have another toolbar PageRank update this year. However, as touched upon by others, this is generally not something you need to worry about." Again, so don't worry about the PageRank update. It's something you shouldn't worry about. It's exported a few times a year. It's always outdated, and there could be issues with it. Again, there was a PageRank update on April 1st. We have a post on April 2nd about it. Over last weekend, people started noticing a Yahoo search update. Yahoo has not posted a weather report on their blog, so I'm pretty upset with them. I should send them a note, but on March 30th, we wrote ahead and wrote a post about it. It's a pretty significant update. A lot of people are either happy or upset. Obviously, if your rankings went up, you're happy. If your ranking was down, you're upset. And there's heavy fluctuations. It seems like there is an index and algorithm update. And if you want more information about that, we have links to Webmaster World and Digital Point Forum threads. Again, March 30th at SEORentable.com. About a month ago, we started noticing what we call the classic site links. Basically, instead of having 8 site links in 2 columns and 4 rows, we noticed that Google was showing the original site links look, where they had just 4 links on one line. So 1 link, 2 link, 3 link, 4 links, all on one line. So we started noticing about a month ago that people were finding it happen more often in the UK. Now, what we've been noticing is that people have been noticing this as well in the US and around the whole entire world. I have a post on April 2nd that shows you how you could actually replicate this. For example, if you search for Cache for Gold, FOR, Cache for Gold, you'll see the classic site links. I mean the current site links with the 2 columns, 4 rows. But if you search for Cache for Gold with the number 4, Cache for Gold, you'll see a one-liner site link, which is called the classic site links, in my opinion. And people have been noticing this over and over again. So we have a post on this on April 2nd. It's pretty interesting why Google would show one over the other. And if you want to learn more about that, we have links to Webmaster threads and stuff like that on SEORoundtable.com on April 2nd. There is a very, very large thread that continues to this day. We posted about it on March 31st, and it's already April 3rd, and it's continuing to grow larger and larger. There's almost, I think, 200 posts in this thread at a Google AdSense help discussion forum, which is basically complaints from AdSense advertisers and publishers that Google has been taking a larger piece of the pie. Meaning, if a click is $1 and somebody clicks on that on your ad on your site, Google typically would take, I think, 30%. I'm not exactly sure of the numbers, but typically would take 30-20%, and you would get the remaining. It seems like people are complaining that Google's taking like 90% of their revenue. Not exactly sure how they prove this. There are some data that they're showing, but you can't go necessarily by the AdSense reports. There are a lot of complaints about this recently. If you are a publisher and you've been noticing and being concerned about these types of activities, you definitely want to take a look at this Google AdSense help thread. We have a link to it on March 31st at SEORentable.com. Hopefully Google will chime in. As of right now, Google has not commented about this type of activity. Speaking of Google AdSense, they recently released, March 31st or April 1st, a way for AdSense publishers to define their email preferences. So instead of getting hundreds of emails from them over the course of a year, you can narrow down and say, I only want emails about X, Y, and Z topics. So now you can say, I only want English, I only want email preferences, I only want emails from Google AdSense about customized help and performance suggestions, or newsletters, or Google Market Research, or special offers, or information about Google products and other services. You can turn them all off or turn them all on, and that's pretty much up to you. This is something that should be available under the Contact Preferences area in the My Account section under AdSense. As expected, publishers were not happy with the earnings resulted from video ads, Google AdSense video ads. And we wrote a post about it about a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, saying they saw a major drop in payouts from that. And a week later, Google has officially announced that they're dropping or sunsetting the video ad units. The sunsetting, I think, begins, let me just double check, it begins at the end of April. So you have a few more weeks to go, but I would definitely recommend start to remove those AdSense units from your pages, and because they're probably not going to pay out too well, replace them with other ad units that you might have. A lot of publishers are not happy about this. They thought they were very creative and very good way to make money, but Google has decided to remove them for one reason or another. Google has been beta testing for about 6 months now a new AdWords interface. So a new interface that makes the AdWords interface much easier to use, much more clean, much more sleek. Improvements include performance graphs, insights across ad groups, inline editing, and easier content network management features. Adam Pro Sarah in the Google AdWords help discussion area has recommended that everybody really should start signing up for this beta and get included in this beta early. This way they can test it before their competitors do, because the more familiar you get with this new interface, the quicker you are able to utilize the new interface and become more experienced with it, and then hopefully that will benefit you over your competitors. So she's encouraging everybody to go ahead and test out the new interface, sign up for the beta, and provide any feedback and suggestions in a Google AdWords help thread. We have links to all this at SEOroundtable.com on our April 2nd edition. Some of you might remember Microsoft launched this campaign. Basically, MissDewey.com is basically a witty actress who played the part of answering questions. So you typed in a search phrase, Miss Dewey would go ahead and would give you a answer, or a witty answer sometimes. It was pretty funny actually, but the thing is, like, it was a flash-based thing. Miss Dewey was very popular about, I think, in November 2006. But it seems like Microsoft has decided to no longer use Miss Dewey's services, and the MissDewey.com domain is no longer active. The thing with Miss Dewey is, to give you some history, Miss Dewey was an adult film star back in the day. She got a lot of discussion about that when they first launched that Microsoft campaign. The irony of this is that Ask.com dropped Jeeves a few years ago, and then we noticed about a year ago that Jeeves, the Ask Jeeves retirement site, was an adult site. Because Ask.com forgot to redo it, and an adult spammy site picked it up and started showing adult content on that site. The irony, obviously, is Jeeves was Ask.com's character, Miss Dewey was Microsoft's character. Both were related to the porn industry. I found that pretty funny. Anyway, there's more discussion about this on March 30th at SEOroundtable.com, and there's a great creative site forum thread about it. Finally, FeedBurner, Google's bought them, has been having, again, some reporting issues. This time it's with Google Feedfetcher, which is basically what they use to track Google Reader subscribers as well as iGoogle subscribers and other syndication subscribers through the Google network. That's typically most people's most popular subscription method. So a lot of people noticed a huge drop in their subscriber counts in FeedBurner, which actually tracks all these subscribers. And people's subscriber counts probably dropped more than 50%. For us, we typically have 18 to 20,000 subscribers, 20,000 plus if you include all our feeds. And our thing has reported about 10,000 less subscribers. The reason for that is Google Feedfetcher on March 31st showed about 10,000 subscribers for us, and on April 2nd it shows 18 subscribers. So obviously Google has admitted that this is an issue. They've notified the team who's responsible for Google Feedfetcher, and hopefully this will be resolved soon. It's expected to resolve by early next week at the latest. This happens often with FeedBurner, so do not worry. If you want more information about this and you want to speak to Google about it, there's a link to the Google Groups thread on SEOroundtable.com today on April 3rd. Thanks for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz. This is the April 3rd edition. I am sorry for my my voice and my sickness. Hopefully things will get better. Next week, I will not be doing a video on Friday. Hopefully, I'll be doing it on Sunday if I have time. It is a holiday, so I'll be out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, unreachable. So hopefully anybody who's Jewish and celebrating Passover, have a happy Passover. And I guess tune in hopefully next Sunday for the next Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz. This is the April 3rd edition. Everyone have a great day, and thanks for reading Search Roundtable.